I remember being kicked out when I was a kid, or run away. I can't remember which. I was always doing one or the other, running away or getting kicked out. Yeah, so obviously I'm not talking about yesterday. Could be. I remember a couple of years ago. Yeah, I was arguing with my missus, right, and she told me to get out. I said sweet, because I'm leaving anyway. Stumbled and staggered up the stairs. Yeah, I was paralytic drunk, right. Went and got a big old duffel bag. Snuck back downstairs with the empty duffel bag. Yeah, went and snidely like put all the Nelsons in the bag. Yeah, the Mandelas, right. Put all them in the bag without her seeing. Then went to the shoe rack, got a pair of my trainers, and put them on top of the beers. Yeah, just for show. And then yeah, then I flounced out. Walked around the estate getting drunker. And she drove past about an hour later. I was sitting at the bus stop just drinking. Well, it was game over after that, innit? So I just picked up my bag and flounced home. Anyway, I'm a child. I can't go home. I'm kicked out, or I've run away. At these times, at the time I'm talking about it, I'd walk around Romford town centre when I was kicked out, or when I'd run away. I'm talking when it's late night, early in the morning, no one's about, sort of that really quiet and silent time. When I was really young, like this age, I'd walk around the town centre looking for money on the floor, like notes on the floor. I never found a £5 there. It wasn't like I ever found a load, or an open window half open somewhere that I could climb into and have a mooch, have a look around. There was this Scottish. There was obviously there's homeless people, weren't there, everywhere, right? There was this homeless geezer in Romford. He was a Scottish fella. He basically lived in the town centre. He had a place that it wasn't a place. It was like a cardboard box in a bush. You know what I mean? But he had a place that he slept. It was in the church graveyard near the old Bill station. If anyone can remember that. I always used to talk to him. You do, don't you? Talk to whoever. He was an ex-army geezer. He was obviously suffering. He was a drinker, and every now and again he's homeless for a reason, because he's, in my opinion, because he's got issues. So sometimes he'd be totally gone. There's no point talking to him. He wouldn't recognise you as walk past each other, and he'd be talking to himself and pissed. And most of the time, when he was sober, and he wouldn't even know he was sober. He was always pissed, but most of the time he was sane. And when he was sweet as enough, he was sweet as a nut when he was sane. Just, you could tell when he was gone. I just wouldn't even go near him. Not because he was dangerous, but what's the point of talking to someone that's talking to the wall? I used to punch roll-ups off him, or just sit around chatting at night. You know what I mean? Sitting around chatting at night. When there was nowhere else for me to go or whatever, I'd always bump into him somewhere. He obviously never had nothing. But whenever I had something, even in later life, and my brother-in-law can attest to this, I always looked out for him, chucked him a little note or a pound coin. Yeah, call him over, give him something, buy him something to eat, whatnot, whatever. Anyway, on one of my little walkabouts at night when I'm walking about nowhere to go, I always used to notice this open window on a kitchen, on a house. This open window opened up to a kitchen. Yeah. Under the window there was a table, and on the table there was a handbag. Yeah. So open window, table in the kitchen, a handbag on the window, and it was always like that. The window was open on this house 24 hours a day. There wasn't a time that I walked past this window, and I probably, out of necessity, like, it was one of them places I always had to walk past to get anywhere. It was always open. It'd always be open, and at night the handbag would always be there. The purse would always be there on the table. You know, you see it, I'm thinking, well, maybe one day, but you know, it's a desperation sort of move, that, isn't it? Yeah, the window's open 24 hours a day, so stored away in the back of my mind. If I ever need to do it one day, maybe, you know. Um, yeah, so this night, I'm starving, I'm thirsty, no money. I mean, there was Gideon Park Station, which was right near Romford Station, had a cab stand that sold hot chocolates for 20p. They were really nice, actually. I didn't even have 20p in my pocket to get one of them, yeah. So I'm gasping, I'm starving. Uh, yeah, it's getting freezing. It's that time as well, yeah. This is early in the morning. Early in the morning, so it's getting freezing at these times, yeah. So it's one of them ones, you just got to keep moving regardless. If you stay still, you're going to get too cold. Plus, you're going to get wet because the morning dew is coming, you know. It's that dead of night. Well, it's not, it's the earliest morning now. But yeah, no one's about. You might see the odd bin like clean, like fucking car drive past, like with a that cleaning the road. You'll see nothing. Um, yeah, I think, you know what? I'm just gonna go and do it. Might as well. So that's what I do. I get to the street where I'm going, where it's down, I should say. Sort of like, I don't know, it's like halfway down the street. I forgot exactly where it is. We'll just say it's halfway. Little path leads down the side of the house. The window is down the side of the house. When you're walking past the road, when you're walking past the house down the street, down like only like one way down the road, you can see down. So you're walking up, and if you're looking, you can see the window. It's open. It's down. Okay, so the window's open. The purse is there. It's pitch black. It's silent. There's no better time to do it. I'm not condoning this. Don't do it. This is a desperate little kid, really. They're starving and thirsty. I wouldn't recommend to do this to anyone. Yeah, it's an out of order thing to do, but I'm just saying how it was. I walk up and down this road about 10 times. You know, looking for movement, looking for people, looking for lights on. Probably trying to subconsciously talk myself out of it. Shall I call it off? Shall I not? You know, it's getting that one out. It's like not even that long until the light, until it's light. Yeah, the street lights are going to go off, and it's going to get light soon. Yeah, so yeah, you just got to do it. Screw it, get over with. I walk up to the house, don't hesitate, turn, go straight down the side of the house. I roll my jumper sleeves or coat sleeves, whatever I had on, over my hands, not to leave prints. Reach up, the window's not high, and just pull myself up, jump up a little bit, pull myself up, go into the window. So now I'm sort of like balanced. Half my body's, like my legs, my lower half is on the outside, and my upper part of the body is bent over through the window, leaning down on the inside. Yeah, I look down. I mean, the handbag's there. I reach down, pick up the handbag, lean back out, and just fall back out the window. It's still dead silent. Nobody's heard. There's no rustling. Believe me, it's so silent outside. If someone heard anything, I'd have heard it myself. Now my adrenaline's going. I've got it. I'm thinking, sweet, like. So I'm contemplating jumping back through the window and having a look around. You know, like I'm feeling brave now. I'm still outside the house, right? I take the purse out. I take the purse out of the handbag. The purse is there. In my little youngster head, I'm thinking jackpot. Just a wad. To this, like now, sitting here now, I can't remember exactly how much was there, but there was a few £100 there, yeah. Like not 900 or 800. There was just 200 or something. But like it's a little wad in the purse, isn't it? So I'm thinking, sweet. Yeah, I forget going in. I forget about going back in and just think, right, let's just get out of here. I don't count it there and then on the spot, but even I can tell there's a few £100 there. Skedaddle, innit? I get out of there. I go to an all-night garage somewhere, get fags and a drink, 20 golds, I think, whatever that day was. B&H? I can't remember. that's literally not the important part of the story. Yeah. Then I walk back into Romford Town Centre. I've got a drink now. Probably I would have filled up my belly as well with some sort of grub, and I'm just mooching around now till the cafe's open. I'm starving. I'm starving. It's not that long till they open up. The lights are on. The cafe's open early, didn't they? I go to the cafe. Do you know the one down? I'm saying, do you know the one? Half of you, most of you probably won't know the one. But Romford Town Centre, the little arcade bit, the little inside bit where there's all shops. You had the vintage toy shop in there, the shop that sold samurais and things like that. Yeah, I was in there. I was in the cafe in there, having something to eat. Ordered a full English, had a coffee with a full English, probably had a couple of coffees, and this is before the smoking ban, so I'm smoking over me full English, thinking this is great. Pocket full of dough. I'm not thinking past the end of the night, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking, sweet, I'm going to get on it today, going to get messed up, doesn't matter where I'm going to be. I'm going to be too messed up to care where I'm going to be. Who walks past the window? The old Scottish homeless geezer. Oi! Call him in. Hello, mate, blah, blah, blah. He sees the snout, the full English, starts laughing. What have you been up to? I don't tell him, obviously. I keep that to myself. But I'll give him an handful of fags out of the box. Yeah, mate, sit him down. I've basically ate my breakfast now. Have a little quick chat with him. Order him breakfast. Well, we'll let him order his own breakfast. I pay for it. And then I'll give him a £10 note and get out of there. I mean, even though we're friends, I'm still a youngster, and I've got a silly massive ego, and I'm worried about someone that I know seeing me talking to a tramp, so I'll get out of there all quick. If you enjoyed that, hit the subscribe, and we'll chat later. Adios.